I'm going to walk you through citing an article from one of Hayden Memorial Library's databases according to MLA 9 citation style. This will go pretty fast because the point of this tutorial isn't to tell you everything there is to know about citation. There's just too much. The point is to demystify the process a bit. We start with the author. That's usually somewhere around the top of the article, and if you got it from a database, there'll be more information in the place where you downloaded it, or, depending on the database, there might be a helpful information page at the front of the article. The author is Edward I. Condren, but we can't just copy the name right over. MLA requires the author's name to be inverted. Condren, Edward I, and we only have one author, so we add a period to indicate this part's done. The article's title comes next. Two things you should know about article titles. The first thing is that when you copy them into a citation, you format them by MLA rules. See, this title is printed in all caps, but MLA calls for it to be in title case. That's a technical term for capitalizing the first letters of all the important words, like this. The other thing you should know is that article titles are always surrounded by quotation marks. In MLA, quotation marks indicate small works inside of larger works. For example, this is an article inside of a journal. Anyway, we close the title with a period, which goes inside the final quote. That's the rule, and it just looks nice. Your citation so far should look like this. After the article title comes the journal. This is where the article lives, or what MLA calls the container. In this case, the container is a journal called the Chaucer Review. The journal title is usually found in smaller type, maybe at the bottom of the article, or maybe on your handy information page. Containers get their titles in italics because they're larger works and because MLA says so. No period after this title, though, because journals don't just have titles. They have volumes, issues, and dates. Each volume contains multiple issues. It's kind of like how TV shows are produced in seasons and episodes. Seasons are like volumes, episodes are like issues. This article came from Volume 10, Issue 1. We indicate this by putting a comma after the journal title, a space, then VOL, that's short for volume, a period, a space, the number 10, a comma, a space, NO, that's short for number, a period, a space, and the number 1. Next, we put a comma after the issue number, like so, a space, and drop in the date. Dates can be a little funky in MLA. Your article might give you just the year, a month in a year, a season in a year, or something else along those lines. The rule is this: include as much information about the publication date as the source gives you. In this case, we see the issue was published in summer 1975, so we include that. And we still aren't finished with this section because we need the page numbers. And what do we do when we aren't finished with the section? Right, another comma, a space, and we indicate page numbers with the abbreviation PP, stands for pages plural if you were curious, and then a period, a space, the starting page, 87, a hyphen, and the ending page, 95, followed by, aha, a period, finally. Done correctly, your journal information should look like this. Lovely. But we're not done. At the end of the citation, we have to indicate the database the article came from. I found this one in JSTOR, which is spelled with all caps. That's its actual brand name, so we don't convert it to title case. Like all databases, JSTOR is also a container, so its title takes italics.